fucking alien dildo creature porn for weirdos. Alright. So firstly, I was going to do The Exorcist as the first episode, but you guys should fucking know better. That movie being known as the greatest horror film ever made is a testament to why your genre sucks. Y'all worship at the altar is shit. That movie is garbage. Nobody who is a self-confessed horror fan genuinely likes The Exorcist, and if you do, you're not a horror fan. It's like saying the Beatles are your favourite band. It's the default NPC soulless drifter answer. If somebody tells you their favourite horror film is The Exorcist, they probably haven't even seen the fucking film. Because they know they don't want to. And if they have somehow seen it, it's probably the only horror film they've ever seen. Garbage. Nobody wants to listen to the Beatles, and nobody wants to watch The Exorcist. And guess what? That's okay. Go out and form your own opinions, assholes. An actual fan of horror would have actual opinions on horror. Opinions are like assholes. You've all got one, and nobody's is the same. Believe me, I've checked your moms, I know. To do an episode on The Exorcist, I'd have to rewatch The Exorcist. And I'm not doing that anytime soon. Fuck that noise. Digging through horror films to find the one good one is like finding a needle in a shit stack of hay. And speaking of shit stacks, Ridley Scott's Alien! Another film wrongfully called the greatest horror film ever. This is a film about 6 people and a robot full of cum-looking shit that are on a cargo ship transporting some mineral ore or some shit back to Earth when the computer, also known as the thing that controls the whole plot of this fucking film, tells them, nah, I got a transmission, your contracts say that you must all go check out the transmission, because the plot says that the miners and transporters in space must also be ready to turn into a space rescue service because the plot says so. This is when the transmission turns into an absolute clusterfuck when these idiots head out and discover an alien ship. And instead of holding back and checking it out from a distance, these fuckers have cameras, by the way, and can see it from their ship. Nah, these dumb fucks are like all naive dumb fucks in horror movies. And doing dumb fuck horror movie shit, they go on all head in. And because of it, and because they're all naive dumb fucks in horror movies, shit happens because of it. They don't know what they're heading into, and of course, shit's gonna happen because of it. But the shit in question is that one of these guys, a guy called Kane, gets orally impregnated by a slimy jizz-covered spider thing. Obviously, you know the scene that comes afterwards. This guy's chest gets blown open by a dildo-looking thing that runs off and then grows up in like 5 minutes into this massive, literal, dickhead-looking dildo-skinned alien that tries to get it on with all the crew. But instead, it just kills most of them. In one part, it tries to shove its tail up the guy's ass. This movie isn't scary, it's just fucking weird. This is the fucking weird guy that unironically watches tentacle porn's favourite film. This is essentially alien porn. Kinky fucking dildo looking alien tries to impregnate an entire ship. Oh yeah, that's not even it. With a dodgy looking shit. One of the characters in the film, a guy called Ash, turns out to be a robot that's full of milky cum looking shit. I could go on for a while here about all the dodgy shit, but I don't really want to. All you weirdos can go watch your alien porn in peace. Away from me. All I will say is H.R. Jagger, you're into some fucking weird shit, bro. But yeah, that's literally the plot of Alien. One of them survives, barely. The other problem these people face is that one of these idiots owns a cat. And cats are purely evil creatures. Cute as hell, but that cat got at least 2 of these guys killed, and almost got our main character, Ellen Ripley, killed too. And that cat did not care at all about it. Jonesy bro, you're the real villain in this movie, not the dildo creatures. But speaking of the characters, like 99% of horror films, with the exception of 1 or 2 characters, they are all coffin fodder. With the exception of Sigourney Weaver's Ellen Ripley and Ian Holm's Ash, none of these guys matter. They are just semi-useful pieces of plot conveniences until they die. But to talk about Ripley, I'll have to go into the other films, unfortunately. Well, in the original franchise, anything since Resurrection, and including Resurrection, is just an extension of the brand. The action comedy sequel Aliens is clearly an extremely superior movie in every single way, and in all honesty, if they left Ripley's story alone after Aliens, she would be a very likeable character. Well, at least for this type of film. The sort of character that is there for everyone and will stop at nothing to protect those important to her. But nope. Alien 3 had to come along and make Ripley this randomly horny, annoying bitch. But then Alien Resurrection had to pump all that shit up to 11 and make her legitimately a character that you come from liking to straight up hating. Porn stars have better acting skills than what Sigourney Weaver gave Ripley in Resurrection. It's unwatchable, even from this franchise's standards. Alien Resurrection should not exist. It's irredeemable. However entertaining Brad Dourif might have been as the crazy scientist in love with the dildo creatures, it's still fucking trash, bro. But with that extension to Ripley's character, we can discuss Alien. Original Ripley. Original Alien. Well, I say discuss. She's literally just the person they decided to keep alive as the heroine of the film. There's not really much worth discussing in terms of Ripley's character until Aliens. She has a bond with her cat. Yes, she's the dumbass with the cat. Because of course she is. She needs a reason to have to get into shit after everybody else gets killed. Yeah, she's just the standard horror movie final girl. Not much to say apart from that. Well, she didn't want to let the pregnant Kane on the ship. But that's happened anyways. That happened anyways, because horror movie's gonna horror movie. Yeah, this movie is a mixture of extremely boring, with its lack of interesting characters, with next to no dynamics, and with half the film spent waiting around the ship. And the other half, fucking alien dildo creature porn for weirdos. Yeah, you want an actual creepy monster from a horror film? Check out John Carpenter's The Thing, and then do what you should have done all those years ago and throw this movie in the bargain bin where it belongs. Overrated doesn't cut how much this film sucks. If Ridley Scott didn't go on to make Blade Runner, you all would be rightfully calling him out for all of his failures over the years. And right at the top, this dildo creature, tentacle porn creature feature that when it's not trying to attract the weirdest type of people, is trying to lull you asleep with its dreariness and boredom-inducing atmosphere and empty characters. Yeah, Alien sucks, and it's really not scary. Yeah, so for an outro, Predator is obviously superior to this shit. Not just the film itself, but also the creature is objectively hella badass, bro. But hey, don't think that shit's gonna stop it from cropping up here someday. But, talking about movies that'll crop up here someday, next episode, let's create some anticipation here. The Shining sucks, and it's not scary.